Hi everybody, it's Cindy. It is Friday, May 22nd, and I'm back for an update. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much. I'm going to show you what I've been working on the past couple of weeks. I've been watching Stitch Mania videos and watching everybody's progress and the fun that they're doing on that. I don't participate in Stitch Mania, but I do like watching it. So I hope everybody's been having fun, everybody that's participated. I'm going to show you what I've been working on the past couple of weeks. I started Plum Street Samplers, Peace, Love, and Purpose. That's so pretty. Somebody asked me, what are you stitching that on? I'm like, I don't know. It was a scrap in my drawer. It didn't have the tag attached. I think it's either Picture This Plus or Coloring Cotton. I'm not sure. But that's the progress I got on the piece. I love stitching on this. Now the one thing I had to change was the star in the middle. The color was lighter and it blended in too much with this color, so I had to rip it out and do it darker. But that is what I've been working on. I love it. I just really love the linen, and it's a shame I don't know the name, but that's me. The next piece I've been working on is Hidden Tulips by Rosewood Manor. And as I was stitching it, I was getting to the bottom of the first two letters, and I could not find on the pattern the bottom of the pattern for the letters. And I looked on every page. I looked again. I looked like 5 times because I might miss it. And it just wasn't there. So I sent Karen Kluba an email right away, like, listen, I'm stitching this pattern and it doesn't have the bottom of the letters. So there must have been an error in the pattern. She sent me PDFs like immediately. Within a couple of hours, I had those. So I'm going to show you what I did so far. Now this is a beautiful piece. The colors are amazing. They really are amazing. There's a lot of color changes though. This is an intense piece. It's hard to see it on the camera. Of course, cameras and pictures don't do it justice, but there's so many color changes. It's intense when you do that because you have to stop and go and stop and go and stop and go. But I love working on it. So those are the 2 pieces I've been working on the past couple of weeks. Now, I did order a couple of patterns that I really liked, and I saw these samples at market and they were beautiful, and I've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and I decided, you know what, I'm getting these 2 patterns. I could not find them everywhere together. I could find one at one place, one at another, but I couldn't find them together. I finally found them both down at Sunshine Lane, and His Eyes on the Sparrow is why I wanted to get these patterns, and I love it. And this is in the book, all that she did for her anniversary, and I love it. And then she came out with Consider the Lilies this year, so this is like the companion policy, right? The companion. You need the companion. So I got those 2. Now I ordered linen, and it's very hard to buy linen and fabric without going into a store, touching it, seeing the color. It's never the same. But I had a lot of gift certificates from my kids from Christmas and Mother's Day and things like that. Thank you, kitties. I love you. And I purchased linen. And I knew when I purchased this linen, I might not like the color. It might not be what I had thought it was. And I had purchased Weeks Dye Works Honeysuckle. This is 32 count, and it's huge. And that's pretty true to color. It's too dark for me though, for the colors. It was just too dark for me. So I wanted something more neutral and lighter. And I had ordered extra fabrics in different colors because I knew I might not like it. And some people know all the fabrics and linens and colors by heart. I don't. I'm not one of them people. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But this is I'll show you what I got, and I like all of these. 36 count. This is Winter's Brew. And that's pretty true to color. It's a nice neutral. The next one I got is 28 count 18th century brown. I really like this too. And I like the feel of them too. Like, you have to like the feel of them, especially on a huge piece. That's pretty. And the one I'm gonna stitch it on is 32 count French rose linen. And it's a lace, light neutral. And that's pretty true to color. And I loved how the colors looked against this piece. Like, it looks so pretty. And of course I couldn't get all of the specialty threads because they don't have them. Nobody does. People are running out of everything because of everything that's going on. So I am going to send, I called 123 Stitch and they said I could definitely return the linen. And I'm going to exchange it for what I wanted. So that's good. So I got these two patterns. Super excited about those. And I also bought one other pattern. And this is Blackberry Rabbit Butterfly Bliss. I saw this at market. It was beautiful. I love the colors. I love butterflies. And I'll tell you why I got it. Because last year this is what came out at market. And I stitched this right away. This was the bees, it's the same designer. And they'll be like the bees and the butterflies. That's how I associate it. I'm gonna include, on my last Sit and Stitch with Me, I did a demonstration of how I do the pin stitch. And I got so many responses of like, oh, that's the best I've ever seen it. I never seen it done that way. You showed it and explained it clearly. And one lady's like, I can't believe after 35 years I'm learning something new. So I'm going to include that on this video at the end on a slideshow. It's only like a minute or two long. And if that helps somebody else, it's good that I'm attaching that on. I'm going to show some footage of how I store my specialty threads on pegboard. In my house in the laundry room, I have pegboard. And I wanted to do it for a while now, so I did organize it on Mother's Day and did that. So I'm going to include footage of that, and I have footage of the ducklings. They're getting big. They're so cute, and I enjoy watching them a lot. I hope everybody is having an awesome Memorial Day weekend. I don't know how it's Memorial Day already. I'm still in 2019. I'm not even in 2020 yet in my mind. This year is just going so fast, and I think with everything going on, to me, it's like the Twilight Zone. I wake up every day and I'm like, okay, I'm in the Twilight Zone. Because that's what it's like when I go out and go to work. There's no one on the road except me. And I work on Main Street and nothing's open on Main Street. It's just, I'm in the Twilight Zone. Does anybody else feel like they're in the Twilight Zone? But anyway, things are starting to slowly open back up. I can't wait for Sassy Jack's to open in Weaverville. It's about an hour and a half from me. And I want to go to Asheville. And I just can't wait till things open back up so that I can get out and see everything. I have been walking. I've been in the garden. Little sunflowers are blooming all down the row. And I couldn't get footage. We're getting a ton of rain. It's like every day it rains. The sun will come out a little while, then it rains. Or it rains and the sun's out. It's just, and it's going to be like that for the next 2 weeks. But as soon as I get a special day where there's sun coming through, I'll definitely get some footage of the gardens. They look great. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I will be stitching a lot, especially since it's supposed to rain most of the weekend. I hope everybody has a great time. And until we meet again, everyone, happy stitching. The pin stitch. So I'm going to do it the best I can. And I've got the biggest fabric I could find. So what you do is there's an X and you're going to do you skip over one, and in the middle is where you start your pin stitch. So you start it in the middle and you go down. And then you come up in the hole right next to it, right here. Let's see if you could see that. You see the hole? You go right next to it, you pull that up, and you're going to go back down in the hole that you started in. You're going to go back down in that hole. So you got the first leg. Now you're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. You're going to come up right on the other side, and you're going to go back down that same middle hole. I'm going to go down right there. Then you're going to go from your bottom left, is what I do, bottom left. You're going to come up and you're going to make your X. You're going to go right above that. So this in the middle is going to be in your middle. You're going to snip it really close. Let's see if I could get this. You're going to snip it really close and you're not going to see it. Snip it. If there's any thread, you just bring it down. So you're going to go back through that top hole right there. And you're just making your X. That. Here. There is your X. That is how you do your pin stitch. I hope that was helpful. Okay, so this is the wall in my laundry room where there's pegboard, and what I did is I hung all of my floss on the pegs. They're in neem water. So when I need something, I could just go, it's in neem water. And of course I have like Classic Colorworks there. I got Weeksworks up there. And your Gentle Arts is here. It makes it look like I have nothing, but I mean, I have a decent amount. Nowhere near all of them, but that is how I'm storing those. And of course I have a ton more room. I put a couple of clips here for the baggies. Throw those on there, and then the other day I was working on a project and I didn't want to put it away, so I just threw it on here on a hook. But this is an awesome way to store your floss. If you have anywhere that you could put up pegboard, you will love this. Happy stitching. Asked me to videotape some footage of me walking on the trail. And I'm only going to do it for a little bit. I don't want to make anyone dizzy. As you can see, there's no one on the trail really. Very little people. It's beautiful out. It's in the high 70s today. It is May 14th. I hope everyone is doing well out there. It's a gorgeous, beautiful day to walk